Hi friends! I hope you're doing well today. So this little session is something that came to my mind as I hear a lot of my clients talk about feeling like they're walking on eggshells or stepping on eggshells, or they're afraid to crack like an eggshell. So one of the things I really try to teach my clients, and one way that I live and think is reframing. Is trying to think of things, of ways we speak, words we use, of examples we give, or feelings we have, and try to change the way we think around. Because the way we think determines the way we feel. So if I feel like I have to walk on eggshells, typically that means I'm afraid. I'm afraid of causing problems, afraid of causing rifts, afraid of getting in trouble. That's the common experience or emotions or thoughts that people tend to have when they use the phrase walking on eggshells, or as fragile as an eggshell. And I was thinking about this, and it's kind of insulting to eggshells. So I thought I'd do a little video on reframing. So an eggshell, a chicken's egg specifically, I don't know too much about ducks and other animals, but I'm going to use the eggshells that I have here as an example. It takes about 21 days for a chicken to hatch after it's laid. And another interesting fact is even after it's laid, so if the egg is not fertilized and it's going to be eaten at some point, you can have a freshly laid egg sit at room temperature for about a month. So I don't know about you, but that's pretty resilient, because usually we get them from the store and we have to stick them right in the fridge, and we're afraid they're going to go bad so fast, and there's this expiration date. But a freshly laid one can last on a counter for about a month. So I'd say that's pretty resilient. What an egg does to help the chick grow, it's a thin, protective, biomineralized chamber for embryonic growth. So this magical little egg holds everything that a chick needs to grow, from a little tiny fetus all the way to a cute, adorable little naked chick that comes out and grows feathers. So I'd say that's pretty amazing as well for an egg. Another interesting fact is the egg keeps resistant to fracture until it is time to hatch. So as thin as an egg can be, as fragile as it can be, it is strong enough to hold out for 21 days before the bird is grown enough to peck and to crack its way out. So not thinking eggshells are very thin and fragile anymore, I hope. That's the reframe. And then, on top of that, we have our eggshells here. We're going to crack. So yeah, I think walking on eggshells would probably be, one, uncomfortable because they're pretty sharp. Two, maybe a little gross, depending on if you wash them well or not. And yes, they are fragile. But the reframe is, think of all the strength that we just spoke about that these eggs have. And then we also want to think about what happens after they break. So another concern is, I'm going to be as fragile as an egg. I'm going to break to pieces. Why does breaking to pieces have to be a bad thing? Yes, it might be impossible or incredibly hard to then go through all of these little pieces with tape or glue to try to recreate an egg. But that's the thing. Breaking doesn't mean we're broken or useless. Breaking doesn't mean there's nothing left. Breaking means there's so much to use to rebuild. So what's cool about this example, why I'm using the eggshells, is eggshells, once you crunch them up, can be used as fertilizer for plants. Plants love eggshells. Don't make a mess. Because they have tons and tons of calcium in them. And just like us people have bones, plants also have their cores that need calcium in order to grow. But wait, there's more. Not only are eggshells, once they're broken and decomposing, biodegradable, good for the environment, they can also be used as mulch. They can also be used as pest control. And, even more, they can also be used as bird food. I did not know that until I looked it up. So you can incorporate eggshells into birdseed, and mama birds who are pregnant with their little babies eat the birdseed and the shells, and it gives them the calcium they need to create and help their babies grow. So the next time you think about walking on eggshells, feeling fragile as an egg, or that you're going to break like an egg, take some time to reconsider how miraculous and marvelous this egg is, how much it goes through to develop, to grow a chick, and then how much good can also be done after it's broken. And now the hard part. How can you incorporate that into your life? How can you reframe and view falling apart as not a bad thing, but an opportunity to then grow, to then learn or be used new skills, and how to be stronger? That is a great example of reframing as well as grounding. Be well. Feel free to leave comments.